And the final lecture of this module is going to be creating a thumbnail for absolutely free. Now, each of us should have their own and unique style for creating those thumbnails. You should have your own unique style for all of your videos so your channel can actually stand out. But there will be some general rules which you should follow when creating a thumbnail. And I'm also going to show you 2 different platforms which you can use to get those thumbnails done for absolutely free and to make them high quality. Now, first of all, let's talk about the general rules that make the thumbnail clickable, because click-through rate is a really important for YouTube growth. That's a really important, and we will talk about in details about the click-through rate and some of the next modules. Anyways, as you can see, for example, Mr. Beast, who is one of the fastest growing YouTube channels in history of YouTube, that is currently at 50 million subscribers, and by the time you're watching this lecture, he probably has a lot more than that. But if you filter his videos by most popular, you will be able to see that his most popular videos have the most simple thumbnails. So the number 1 rules when creating a thumbnail is to make it simple. Human eye loves simple stuff, and it will rather catch on something that's simple, that's not complicated, than if a thumbnail has a lot of words and a lot of stuff going on in it. The less it's going on in the thumbnail and the less words it has in it, the more clickable it's gonna be, the more eye-catching it's gonna be. So you don't want to make your thumbnails complicated. You want to make them as simple as possible. As you can see, his most popular video with over 100 million views is just him in million orbs. Just 2 things happening in the thumbnail: him and orbs. That's it. No words, no anything. Now, if in some cases you would need to put some words into the thumbnail, I highly recommend you do no more than 6 words. Even that is a lot, but no more than 6 words in your thumbnail. 2 up to 6 words, that's like the maximum you can go. Even 6 words is a lot, but as I said, don't go more than that. So up to 6 words in the thumbnail. And when trying to get an idea for your thumbnail, you should definitely look up to other big YouTubers and see which videos are doing well for them. For example, just as an example, I'm going to show the Logan Paul channel. As you can see, he's a really big YouTuber. He was one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, not anymore, but he was one of the biggest YouTubers like 3 or 4 years ago. And if we pass his songs, because obviously the song is always going to get more views, you can see that his most popular videos also have a really simple thumbnails. Like, nothing much is happening in the thumbnail, and they're getting over 20 million views. For example, we have this video right here. This lady tried to take my dog. That video got over 24 million views. And it's probably not something that a lot of people should be interested in, but it got over 20 million views. And if you scroll down to some of his last popular videos, you're gonna be able to see that some videos that have way more attractive title got a lot less views because they seem complicated. For example, this one, where they actually kidnapped his roommate, got 2 times less views than the previous video I showed you. And you can see that there's actually a lot of the things happening in the thumbnail, and it's just complicated and confusing for the eye. So make the thumbnail eye-catching by making it as simple as possible and use up to 6 words in your thumbnail. Now, there will be 3 different ways you can get a thumbnail done for absolutely free. You can either use canva.com, which has already pre-made thumbnails for you, where you can just drag and drop and just create your own designs, but I personally don't prefer using Canva. But anyways, you can definitely use it in the beginning. If you want to start with a free platform, you can use canva.com, or if you want to use more advanced software like Photoshop but you don't want to pay for Photoshop, then you can use some free alternatives like photopea.com. Photopea.com is a cloud-based software that pretty much works like Photoshop, so it's going to allow you to create professional designs for absolutely free. So it has all the features that Photoshop normally has, but the difference is that you don't have to install anything and it's all absolutely free. You can just go over to photopea.com and use it right away. Now I'm going to show you both platforms and how you can use both platforms to create a thumbnail. So let's first start with Canva. In order to create a thumbnail with Canva, just go over to canva.com, create an absolutely free account. If you haven't already, go to the search bar and search for YouTube thumbnail or just thumbnail. And yeah, I'm gonna open up YouTube thumbnail. That's gonna give us all of the different templates which we can use. So just find the one that suits your video. My video is about how to make millions in the next market crash, so I will make my thumbnail something around that. So let me try to find a suitable template for this. So I'm, for example, gonna use this one. I'm gonna change this template. So just click on it. That's gonna take me over to the actual builder, the absolutely free builder. And now I can customize everything. I can customize the background colors. I can change this image, which I of course will. But let's first start with this actual text. So in the thumbnail, I should say something along the lines of make millions, and I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna change the font to probably 80 or maybe even less than that. I'm gonna drag this to somewhere around here, so make millions, and I'm gonna type in market crash because I just want to use the key points to put into my thumbnail. So something like make millions market crash. I can use the 2021 edition. I'm gonna move this to somewhere around here, and that should look really nice. Okay, so that's okay. My text is done. Now I can change the colors if I want to. So let's say I'm gonna use the green, yellow, and perhaps blue. No, okay, this doesn't look really well, so I'm gonna change the yellow to also green or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. I like this one, so I'm gonna remove the blue one and I'm gonna change it to green as well. So this looks nice, and now I just need to change this image. So I'm gonna use some market crash photo or some stock photo of a businessman or Warren Buffett or anything that's related to my video. So I'm gonna press the delete button on my keyboard, and that's gonna be removed. Now I'm gonna replace it by either using stock photos that are available on canva.com. Let's try to find something that is on canva.com and that is absolutely free. So I'm gonna type in the market crash. Let's see if we can find something like that. No, there are no free photos which we can use, because if it has the pro icon, that means that we need to pay for it, and we obviously don't want to pay for anything. We want to get everything done for absolutely free. So I would need to go to Pexels or Google to find a stock photo to use for my thumbnail. So here on Pexels.com, I will just type in the stock market or the market crash, but I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna use this one. I really like it. So I'm gonna save it to my computer, and I will go back to Canva. Now just go to the uploads page right here, click upload media, click device, find that image onto your computer, double click on it, and just select it from the left hand side once it loads. So it's still loading, I will wait for it. And now you can drag it to design builder. So I'm gonna put it somewhere around here. I'm gonna make it bigger, so probably somewhere around here. And I'm gonna reposition this by clicking on the position button right here, and I will click to back, and now this is going to fit really well. As you can see here, I have an image of something that's related to stock market, so I'm gonna also make it bigger. Yes, this is okay. So here we have an image of a stock market, and then we have 2021 edition, make millions market crash. And this is a thumbnail that it has up to 6 words, which is perfect. So it's a simple one and I can use it. As I said, I don't personally prefer to use Canva, but you can definitely try and create some nice designs with canva.com, and it's absolutely free templates. Now you can just download this by pressing the download button right here and click download, and it will be onto your computer within seconds. And the second, a little bit more advanced option for making those thumbnails is for those that have some Photoshop skills or have some design experience but don't want to use Photoshop or don't want to pay for it. Well, you can use a free alternative called Photopea, and this is already photopea.com. To get started, just come over to photopea.com, click on the new project right here, and you can select the template which you want to start from. I highly recommend you start from scratch every single time, but use this format, use this size for your thumbnails. So you can just click create. You don't have to select any of these templates, just start from scratch by clicking on the create button right here. Now you have a blank page to start working on. Here on the right hand side you have all of these layers just like on Photoshop, and here on the left hand side you have all of the different tools which you can use. I personally prefer to use this tool for the background image, so it's a gradient editor and I can select 2 different colors. I will, for the sake of this thumbnail, use colors like blue. I will click OK, and I will use a darker blue as well. So I will just click OK, and let me show you what that's gonna do to my background. As you can see, this is how the design is gonna look like. So now you can of course play around with different colors and play around with different tools from the left hand side. I'm just gonna quickly create a thumbnail that I would personally create for this type of video, so you can see exactly how I personally do it. Now I would just create a new layer. I would add some text, so I can select the text from the left hand side. I can edit it right here. I will type in make money with next crush. I will select some different font. I don't want to use this one. So you have the fonts right here, so you can select whatever you want to. Let me try to find something interesting and something that would fit my style. So I will, for example, use this one, Matisse font. Let's see how that's gonna look like. I will enlarge my text by dragging this to the right side, and I will change it to white. I will press OK. This doesn't look really good. I don't really like it. It's not elegant, it's not modern, and I want to create a modern minimalistic design for this type of thumbnail because it's about investing in finance, and this just doesn't fit. And I also misspelled this. Excuse me for that. Make money with the next crush. So I will try to find some better font from the left hand side. So let's try to find something that's more interesting. Not this one, definitely not this one. Maybe the bold version of it would be better. Yes, it's a little bit better. I don't really like it, but it's not bad. I'll go to window, go to character, and I will drag this to left, and I will drag a leading to left, and I'm gonna show what that's gonna do. As you can see, it's just gonna make it a little bit more closer to each other. I will make the text a little bit bigger, so always try to make things in your thumbnail bigger, just because it's more eye-catching. So you always want to make things in your thumbnail bigger. So something like this is not bad at all, so I like it. Now I just want to add the shadow effect. To do so, I will double click on the actual layer here on the right hand side, and I will select the drop shadow right here. Now you can customize that if you want to. I personally prefer to customize it, so I will change the size to 15. The distance should be around 10% or maybe even less than that. Let's do it like 5%. Let's do 5%. I'm gonna type in 5 and click OK. Okay, this is not bad at all. I don't really like the font, but let's go with it. As you can see, you can definitely play around with all the different background colors, with fonts, with sizes, with everything. You can play around. It's really easy and simple, but it's gonna allow you to make a lot more advanced thumbnail than with websites like canva.com. To add more features to your thumbnail, you can just go over to File right here and click on Open to open new files from your computer. I would like to add the stock market crash, so what I would do is I would go to Google and search for stock market crash PNG. That means those images have no background and I can use them in my thumbnail. So once again, I would type in stock market crash, and then the PNG keyword always goes at the end if you want to find files, if you want to find images that have no background. So let's try with this one. This one has a background, so I'm not going to use it. As you can see, it's not actually PNG, but this one doesn't have a background. So I will click on it. That's going to take me over to the official website where I can download it free of charge by clicking on the download button right here. It asks me to sign up. I will just sign up with Facebook really quick. It seems to be absolutely free. Yes, it is absolutely free, so I'll just click the download PNG. Your download will start automatically in 8 seconds, 7 seconds. The countdown goes to 0, so we need to wait for a couple of seconds, and it will be on my computer. So here it is. I will just go back to photopea.com. Now we'll just click File, Open, double click on the file. It's gonna open up this image into Photopea. I will just drag it right here to the actual thumbnail. I will make it a little bit smaller, so I want to shrink that to somewhere around here. This is not bad at all. Then I would like to add some arrow next to it, so I will create a new layer here on the right hand side. I will select the custom shape from the left hand side, so I will right click on this icon, click custom shape, and I will try to find that arrow from the library. So here it is. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to draw an arrow right here. So this looks really nice. So stock market is pointing to, and then I will add an icon of cash, a pile of cash, for example. To do so, I will just go back to Google and I will type in, for example, money PNG or cash pile PNG or something like that. So let's for instance use this one. This is a really good one. I will just right click on it, save image as, and I will save it to my computer. Now I will go back to Photopea. Once again, click file, click open, double click on the image. It's gonna open it up into Photopea. I will drag it back to my thumbnail and I will paste it somewhere around here. So this looks really nice. As you can see, this is a pretty finished thumbnail. It's a really good one. It says make money with next crash, and then you have the stock market crash pointing to money. This is a really good and eye-catching thumbnail that I think would get a lot of clicks. So to save this thumbnail, I just go to File, Export As, and either PNG or a JPG. PNG files are always better quality, so I highly recommend you always go with PNG. So I just select PNG and I can save it into my computer. You just click save and that's it. And that's how you can create some high quality thumbnails for absolutely free and without installing any softwares onto your computer. Either use canva.com and it's absolutely free templates, or if you want to create a little bit more advanced thumbnails, then use photopea.com.